Hands starting at the heart center to develop metta, loving kindness, as we walk over to the right hand side of our client for our earth sequence. Taking left foot and dropping your weight down through the ball of the foot into the outside leg line, the stomach meridian. We'll take 3 points as we watch our client receiving this pressure. Third point at the stomach 36 point can handle a little bit more pressure. As we come up above the knee, we'll be intending our energy straight down through the thigh, center of the thigh. 3 points coming up, dropping your weight directly down over the center of the thigh. Last point, we'll only bring our foot about halfway over the thigh, working into the hip flexor area. Coming down to the foot, lifting the foot up, we'll get ready for our quad sit here. So flipping around so that you can place your body and sit on top of the thigh, bringing your client's foot so that it comes to about neutral position. Left hand comes onto the belly. Left hand is only listening, so soft micro circles here as you drop your body weight through your sit bones into the thigh, connecting the meridian of the stomach line to the belly. Lifting the leg, coming over for our hamstring stretch. Left hand on heel and on bottom of the foot. Right hand on hip flexor, and dropping your weight down through that right hand. You can shift your left shoulder over for a deeper stretch here. So taking 3 pulses and then bending the knee for our hip circles. Creating ease and fluidity as we take 3 circles to open the hip. Coming into our bowl pose here, starting to rock out that inner leg line, the spleen meridian, using the meaty part of our palm here to really open that inner leg line of the body, which can be more vulnerable, more sensitive. So just moving with a deep listening and deep respect for your client. Interlacing hands around the top of the thigh, taking 3 circles to open the psoas here, pinning the foot down with your shin in this position, and then taking a deeper psoas stretch here. We'll do the crack the coconut walking down the thigh here, fingers touching on either side, so that we can access that central meridian just down the middle of the thigh. Maintaining traction at each point. Bringing the foot out slightly and coming for a deeper psoas stretch here. Releasing the leg and holding at the ankle, bringing the leg across the other leg. And then we'll go for our IT stretch here, evening out both sides. Taking the foot back over to a neutral position, we'll lower the leg down and come over to the other side. As we start our practice here on the other side, just taking everything that we've learned so far into account. This time working with the right foot, we'll just walk up the stomach meridian here, dropping weight through the ball of the foot as we go. As you can see, we can keep the heel down so that we're really focused on dropping weight down through the ball of the foot onto the outer leg line. Coming up and over the knee now. Again, we're just placing the foot down so that it sits and rests very comfortably on top of the thigh, dropping the weight down through the foot, calibrating so that we can really listen to where our client is at. You can watch the face of your client, the breath, to give you some indication of what they're ready for here. Last pose into the hip flexor here, just coming about halfway across with your foot. And then using your foot to lift up the leg, preparing for our hamstrings, our quad sit here. So just positioning yourself so that you'll be able to place your sit bones directly down onto the center of the thigh. Right hand comes to belly, and watching your client, watching the breath, as you energetically help support this connection between the stomach meridian and the belly. Hand on the belly is a listening hand. Taking this moment to tune and synchronize with your partner's breath and energy. Lifting the leg and getting ready for our hamstring stretch here. Left hand on hip flexor, right hand on heel, and twisting your right shoulder in for a deeper stretch for your client. Bringing their foot into your own hip crease for hip circles. Just creating more fluidity and ease in this joint, and just preparing us to go deeper into the inner leg lines of the spleen meridian. Bringing your body into a bull pose, using the meaty part of your hands to rock out the spleen line. Again, being mindful of the vulnerability of this area of the body and going slowly to see where your client is at. Bringing foot to the floor, we'll go for our circles, interlacing hands above the knee, taking 3 circles in one direction and then the other direction. Creating traction with each move. And starting with our crack the coconut, fingers together here as we work the central line of the leg down towards the groin and then coming all the way back up towards the knee. Finding a rhythm that works for your body to give traction at each point. And once you get back to the top of the knee, bringing the foot out slightly for a deeper psoas stretch, pulling back, and then giving small pulses here to open the psoas. Releasing the leg, lengthening it, and then walking over the left leg. You'll clasp your hands around the ankle and the foot. Let's give a nice IT stretch here and sacral release for your client. Just evening out the 2 sides, bringing the foot back to neutral and down to the ground. You can lunge over your partner here and bringing hands onto either side. You'll shake down the body, starting right underneath the shoulders and coming down to the hips and legs. Closing the sequence here with one hand on your own heart, one hand on your partner's belly. Namaste. For more information about our offerings, please visit us at www.contactyoga.org. Thanks so much. Namaste.